Yes, Gas says we're back. Welcome back to the Talking Gas podcast. It has been a while, but we are finally back. 0-0 tonight, and Josh is nowhere to be seen. So, yeah, but we are back. Of course, all that stuff again. Leave a like, subscribe, comment your predictions afterwards. Of course, if you're watching live, we'll get onto that in a bit. But yeah, we're going to be talking about the Swindon game. We'll go into a little bit. Of course, some people may or may not care about that, but we'll talk about it anyway because that was our last game. We'll also talk about the win at Burton, and we will talk about, of course, the Huddersfield game coming up this Saturday. But yeah, like I said, follow all the socials, Talking Gas podcast there. In the blue line going down below, you can also see the Fan Hub code. Join that if you haven't already. And also, make sure you follow my TikTok if you haven't already. Josh's TikTok is on screen as well. Both right there. So it's the same as my Instagram, and Josh has got the same for all his socials. And Neil's Twitter will be in the description. We've got Neil's prediction and predicted lineup as well. We'll get onto that later on. But yeah, we'll get into it. But before I do, we have got a special guest. He is none other than the boy.
Hello.
There we go. So we are back. Josh, how you doing, sir?
I'm good, my friend. How are you? You said
man,
nowhere to
good.
be seen. I was standing behind the camera.
It just had to be done. It had to be done. But
yeah, the first live episode of the Talking Gas podcast. We're actually at my house right now.
Yeah.
Shrewsbury Exeter game on as well. Coke Zero. Oh, this is absolutely brilliant. Literally live around the corner.
Yeah.
Like he said, I'm on my way, and then there was a knock at the door. I was like, oh my god, that was quick.
Yeah.
The first live episode. I'm gassed. In-person episode.
Yeah.
Neil, we miss you, but have fun at Christmas, mate.
Yeah. Neil's at some corporate thing for his work, so that's why he can't come on. But yeah, luckily, like you guys know, the ones that are here every week, whether you watch live or watch after, you will know, like, my laptop is a shambles. The internet is bad. So luckily, Josh lives, 3-4 minutes from me. So luckily, he's invited me round. We're going to do it first time ever. So yeah, do enjoy it. But yeah, I want to get your thoughts quickly first on the FA Cup draw. What did you make of that? Because I've done the live on the socials. What do you make of that at home as well? And it's not on telly.
That's what annoys me more, because I've seen a few people on Twitter, X, whatever, says, oh, well, it's not really a local derby. It is a local derby. It is. And you've got Luke Thomas's brother, who plays for him as well. I am a little bit surprised that it's not on telly. Well, actually, really surprised. I also think it would be incredible to have the revenue for the club as well.
Yeah.
Western-super-Mare will bring a lot of TEDs with them, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really, really surprised it's not on the telly. I'm happy with the draw.
Yeah.
I think it's not going to be as easy as we think. They're flying at the minute.
Yeah. And we usually do. I know we beat, I can't remember the team we beat last year. Yeah, that's it, Whitby Town. I know we beat them 7-2, but usually.
Still conceded 2.
Yeah. And we went 1-0 down.
Yeah.
And usually our record against teams in the past, as Exeter just go 1-0 up, by the way.
I was just about to say, as Shrewsbury go 1-0 down.
Yeah. But yeah, our record usually isn't good, but yeah, like, I agree. Happy with the draw. Like you said, how is it not on telly? Of course they put Wrexham and Harrogate on there because there's Wrexham, but
it makes no sense, and it's a local derby.
Yeah,
I'm really, really surprised it's not on telly. I'll be there.
Yeah,
but it's bizarre. It's a bizarre. I don't know. I was 90% confident it would be on telly.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's a weird one, but yeah, thanks to everyone. We got Tom Butler, Mats, Joe Morgs, Ford on Blue. Chris said no orange juice and lemonade. Yeah, Coke Zero tonight. Aren't Swindon our second rivals? I don't even know, but we will get into that, of course. 4X Gas. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
We were just saying that before.
Yeah, it's crazy, but yeah, good finish from them to go 1-0 up. And yeah, also another player who I didn't realise, Ruben Reid. How is he still? He must be like nearly 40, surely.
He has to be at least 38.
Yeah, he's been around
In fact,
the block.
I'm going to look now.
Yeah, he's been around for so long. But yeah, like a lot of you who tuned in, yeah, for me, happy about it. Home tie, hopefully
36.
we can. It's only
only 36.
Same age as Carriol. Yeah, it's mad. But there we go. Yeah, that's our thoughts. Like I said, hopefully we said about the tie last year, Whitby, but usually we do struggle against lower league sides. But
I think it's a case of we think we're going to walk it,
and
then we go 1-0 down, and we're like, oh, hang on a minute, it just again maybe reminiscent of the Swindon game too. But I also don't think if he's still in charge come that time. Obviously, I think he will be, but I don't think he or the players will set up like that. I don't think they'll expect that. They will take that seriously. 100%, genuinely.
Yeah, we need to. And like you said, hopefully we can do something in the league. We'll get on to obviously standings and stuff. Obviously everyone will know where we are in the league and how tight it is. But yeah, hopefully we can do a lot better. I think most of us have predicted, mid-table. You said 10th, 13th for me. Neil's gone 16th or 17th, I can't remember. But I want to do well in the FA Cup. I wanted to do well in the trophy. We'll get on to that now. The Swindon game, thanks to Shane as well. Any thoughts on the current rumours about Matt Taylor having to play people that he doesn't want to due to... I'm not sure. There was that last year. Was it the Cheltenham game away where we won 3-1? Funny enough, that was the last time we won back-to-back league games before, obviously, after Burton was the Cheltenham away game where we won 3-1 and Cambridge at home where we won 1-0. But yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe there's something in that. I don't really know. I don't really know what to think about. Anything could be going on. After what's happened for Rovers all the years, social media or whatever, anything could be happening.
I think the amount of calls that Matt Taylor makes with how bold they can be, obviously you know what I'm talking about. We won't get into that, but I wouldn't be surprised if there are further instructions from above, because some of the stuff he actually does and decides, I don't know. No, you must be being told to do that, because some of the decisions he makes, they're not logical.
100%.
Maybe, but it's just all speculation. We don't want to speculate at all. But some of his decisions are okay, fair enough. That doesn't seem. I don't know. There's no logic behind them. So maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We shouldn't speculate.
Yeah, but like you said, you never know really. But we'll get on to the negative performance first. Of course, like I said at the start, some people may or may not care about it, but we'll get into it anyway, because that was, of course, the last game we played. I was there. I'm sure most of you that would have followed my TikTok, I finally joined the crew, finally joined Josh, but I'd done my thoughts on there. But I was at the game. I don't know why I went. I felt ill before. I've only just got over it. But it was
the game or the illness.
Both, to be honest. But to be fair, the game was even though we've had this international break after that, it was my thoughts were gone after that.
Yeah.
Come Wednesday, I was like, just forget about that. But
I would have been fuming.
I went to the game obviously so early. We conceded it, and you just knew. You sometimes know when you're watching Rovers. You just know. And Swindon were playing like they were top of League One and we were the team fighting relegation in League Two. And of course there was loads of changes, 9 for us, 7 for them. But before the game, I think most Rovers fans would have thought, we should win.
Agreed. And I also, I think Dan Hargraves put a really good post out that said something along the lines of, before you start to slate Matt Taylor for this, be aware it was the exact lineup that everyone wanted.
100%.
It was he set up exactly how everybody wanted, and he set up exactly with the players and personnel that people were calling out for. So I say what you want about the manager, that was not on him.
I'm
really glad that Taylor Moore came out and said that that was pathetic. But mate, I remember you messaging in the group chat, I think, and saying, I don't know if I should go or not. And I was like, he's not going to go. And you went. And they got battered.
It was. I said it on the little reaction I did on TikTok. That was the worst first half I've ever seen. Going Rovers, 17 years or whatever. I can't remember seeing much worse first half. And to be fair, like a lot of fans did, I should have left at half time, because it was. It was lucky that it was an EFL Trophy game,
Yeah.
or BSM, whatever it's called,
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, I was rather it was that and not a league game 4 hours away on
No.
a Tuesday night, and we'd just been battered 4-0 because it was. That's what. And the most frustrating thing, and like you said, I tweeted after the game, this is not on Taylor. The players were given a chance because a lot of them either haven't played a lot or not even featured at all in recent weeks. You know, Hutchinson, he's been on the bench for the last 3 or 4, but not played a single minute. Thomas didn't start the last league game. You know, other players haven't played a lot. Taylor Moore coming back from injury, etc.
He wasn't even in a squad, Thomas.
Yeah,
last league game.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He wasn't even in the Burton squad.
So these players, that's what I'm annoyed about. I unlike you, potentially, I didn't care about the competition.
Yeah.
But I cared about, one, the pride for this badge, but secondly, I don't know, how do I explain this? You have a lot of players at this squad who are on paper good enough to start for us. And they've been given a lot of grief, a lot of abuse by fans, etc. And rightly so in some areas because they've been a bit pony. And that was the opportunity. Go out there and give Matt Taylor a headache for this selection on Saturday. And actually, the only headache that Matt Taylor will have is genuinely from the fact that he now has to answer questions about squad depth rather than who should be starting on it. It's now very clear who's going to start. I think in a minute you'll mention an interview that he did, but it was really, really one of those performances where I thought, oh my God, no wonder you aren't starting in the league. And I absolutely love LT as well. Favourite player at the Gas. Really nice guy. Know him personally. Very nice guy. And I will advocate for him all the time. If you're playing out of position, don't expect him to do a madness every single time. That's the first thing I'm going to say. But secondly, our favourite Isaac Hutchinson. We both, in the summer, were absolutely gassed, pardon the pun, to sign him.
Both said he'd finish on most assists
unbelievable scenes.
When we done our season prediction.
And yet, you start, and it just wasn't, there wasn't anything there. He didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And it was, and I'm not just saying it's him, but I'm highlighting players that are, you know, coming in with a big reputation and with a big reason, say, start me in the league. If you play like that, man, you can't start. You can't start. Grant Ward away at Burton second half compared to Hutchinson 90 minutes at Swindon. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And that pains me to say because I like Hutchinson a lot, and I do think he'll be good for us. But it was more of a full stop performance rather than a question mark. You are not playing.
Basically.
I felt so sorry for you that you were there, mate. And when you didn't upload on the way home, I thought he must be fuming.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, like I said as well, like for those games, I don't do like reactions on YouTube, etc. But yeah, I've done a little post. You know, that's the thing that I'm frustrated about. Like you said, is I'm not saying anything about Taylor. I mean, at the end, he was getting a lot of abuse, Taylor. But for me, that's not on Taylor. I was more disappointed in the fact that these players
let him down.
Yeah, let him down. They got given their opportunity, like we said, whether they've not been picked, left out of squads, not got many minutes, and it was so bad. One thing I'm glad about is that none of the, I know obviously Kofi started, but none of the other youngsters that were named on the bench didn't come on, because that would have been the worst thing, that if they come on and experience that. So
and that's another thing as well. Like I'm also seeing, and again, you might have seen this as well. You probably did. Fans saying, "Oh, why has he put Promise on just to take him off?" What do you want him to do?
Yeah.
Adonka got injured. We got no other striker.
Yeah.
He had to play Promise. Yeah. If we had squad depth up front, which we don't because Martin's injured, he wouldn't have even put him on the bench. So it was just, it was just one of those ones where it's like he got a lot of stick for that. Like, bro, that was the squad that everyone wanted to see.
Yeah.
And everyone would have been fuming if he went stronger, by the way. Why are we risking players in the trophy? That it's not on Matt Taylor, and I'm not his biggest advocate in the world. Yes, he deserves time to gel this squad together, but that is not on him.
Yeah. And
it was just one of those games where you thought, oh my days, like you haven't given yourself any reason to start away at Huddersfield. And if we play like that, we will get absolutely battered.
Yeah.
But it won't be the same squad, will it?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's what I'm glad. It would have been, it was obviously bad anyway.
Mm.
But imagine if it was our whole. Obviously, that would have been even. That would have been.
Imagine that
total,
was a league game. The amount of abuse you
Yeah.
would have got from the fans, because
Yeah.
we would have been packed out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if you're going to embarrass yourself, I know we got battered 4-0 at home by Wigan. Luckily, I wasn't there. But if you are going to embarrass yourself with that result, you just get out of the way in the FL Trophy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, you don't want to do that. But then I don't know if that's true, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like we were still strong enough to win that game comfortably.
100%.
Like comfortably. I actually considered not watching it because I thought, oh, we'll just smack them.
Yeah,
but I did watch
crazy.
it and I thought, what is going on?
Yeah.
And Chloe said to me, she went, darling, I'd probably turn that off if I were you, because you're just going to get upset.
Yeah.
And I thought, I am going to be, so I felt so bad for you. Was it raining as well?
Yeah,
it wasn't.
It was
were you in shorts?
Yeah, of course. Shorts and a coat,
Shorts,
that's
gas.
me, innit? But yeah, that's the thing. Like I think it was 195 there. But yeah, it was, and do you know what the funniest thing is? Before the game, as I always do with the fan, you can share when you do your predicted lineup or you check in, you can share on Twitter. And I quote tweeted it and said, "What else are you going to do on a Tuesday?"
Yeah, I remember.
Tuesday night.
I saw that and I
my
thought, hater.
Oh, shoot me. Oh, Marquis. Oh, Johnny boy. But yeah, it was so poor. Like I said, whatever faults you have on the competition, for me, like I wasn't like, oh yeah, you know, I did want to do well in it. Of course, you want to do well in any competition. I still love to get to Wembley, and stuff like that. But obviously, Neil, I remember Neil's tweet was, he was like something like, "Oh, if you care about that, then whatever." But like I said, everyone's got their faults. But yeah,
I don't care about the competition.
Yeah,
in the sense that it's just training games, if you will,
and more confidence, obviously.
Yeah, but I care about players turning up and actually showing that we have good squad depth. Because now, when we make a sub on Saturday, I'm going to be like, oh god, and it was just a bit of a realization that actually, to be fair, kind of what Neil's been saying for a while. They're good on paper. Yeah. And I thought, because
we mentioned it a few times, haven't we? Even in previous
and you know what's funny? If I would have seen that lineup in a league game, I would have thought that's nice.
Yeah, 100%.
That's mad.
Yeah, 100%.
So
the one thing I will say, again, because it's the trophy, I'm not. And Taylor was only doing it because he didn't want to risk other first-team players. But the only thing I would say about that, obviously, Thomas at wing back, like you said, but also Belongo at centre back.
Left centre back in the Mola role.
Left centre back, in the Mola role.
So look, if you're gonna criticise Matt Taylor for any point, it shouldn't be that game.
No.
And if you actually look about our league games, back-to-back league wins, fine. Then it looks a bit more healthy. Yeah. But that game, I think what we're just trying to say is that the expectation was to go and batter a team struggling in League Two. Yeah. And what happened is we got battered and actually exposed us for the fact that maybe we're not as good depth-wise as we might think we are. And including myself. I mean, I am the first to say how much we've got great squad depth.
Even me, I've said it a lot.
Maybe we don't.
Yeah, I've said it a lot. But yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, when they do get their opportunity next, they can obviously, they have to take it. But if you watch the interview, and it was a very honest interview, but if you did watch that interview, or if you can remember, after almost 2 weeks ago now, but he basically said, like you reminded me before, when I got here, it was like, basically it sounded like some of those players will not play again.
They ain't playing again, and basically. January is going to be a window where a lot of the players are going to either go out on loan or leave permanently, I think, because I don't know, there must be something in training, because this is the other thing. If you go away and get battered 4-0 away in an EFL trophy game, the manager might come out and say, look, it's just, we're trying to get minutes, but to be able to come out and say that was terrible and half of them, like some of them aren't going to play again, he must have seen things in training as well that they're really just not up to it. Mm-hmm. I could probably name 3 of those players that played that I don't think we'll see again. I don't think we'll see again in a Rover shirt. Mm-hmm. So that was worrying. Like it was quite a damning interview. And he basically didn't even look. He didn't look fuming, but he looked more like I've been telling all of you.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've been telling everyone that the squad depth ain't great.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also think it's that product of signing 16 players. Like, I don't know. But yeah, it was that interview. I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
like he's not messing around this season. Like, now it's you either turn up and do what I ask you to do or get out.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's sort of maybe it's because it's sort of maybe carried on from, you know, maybe players we've had, you know, even last season, the bad runs we went on. Maybe he's just got that, like you said, that fed up of giving some players opportunities and then they don't do nothing. Like, it's
for sure.
It's tough. Yeah,
it's mad though, isn't it? Because we're talking about all of this on the 17th of October. Like, we're so fresh into the season still. It's only 10 games in. But what I do respect about him is that it might be a bit of like GCSE tactics every now and again, you know, like kick it, keep the ball and run hard. But he's very, very clear with what he wants. Yeah. And if you don't respect the badge in the sense that you can't run for 90 minutes and put in a good performance when 195 fans have travelled to watch an EFL trophy game, and you're going to go out there and get battered 4-0, you will not play again.
100%.
But listen, Jack Hunt is what I'll say. Start of the season, we both said I don't think we'll see him. He's injured, and then you hear about all this speculation, and he's back in the fold. Yeah. So if you prove yourself in training and do show a bit of like, actually, no, I'm not gonna quit here, he will play you again, and he will come back into the squad. Yeah. But I do fear for players like Hutchinson right now. Like, I mean, Westbrook 2.0 is a really harsh thing to say. What I've been seeing everywhere. Yeah, a lot of people have said it. But if you come in for that fee as an Evo replacement, which is really big boots to fill, and then you go and perform like that, he can't justify picking you. Yeah, that's like I said, that's that was the most annoying thing about it. The 9 players that we've not seen a lot of, apart from Odonkor, who of course now, if you don't know, is out injured. Apparently it's a couple of weeks, but it could even be more because he's got a hamstring injury. So that's the other. Obviously, we'll come to lineups and stuff in a bit, but that's the thing now. We literally have just promised. And he came off injured, so I'm hoping that he's all right. Yeah, Taylor actually did say he was injured as well, but he has been pictured in training yesterday when they posted a few pics. So hopefully he should be okay. But yeah, we'll obviously get on to our teams later. Tom saying the worrying thing was most of them had played a lot of league games. Agreed. Don't get overlooked by the fact there was experience on that pitch. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, a lot of them. Even if some of the players have been on poor form, etc., they've played a lot of EFL games, championship games. Yeah, even people were in there who were like I said, if that was a league game, I would have still been in like, that's a good sight. Yeah. There's no excuses for it. We were absolutely terrible. Yeah, terrible. 100%. Chris also saying Luke Thomas and Taylor won't be there in January if Matt Taylor will be in charge. Matt Taylor said today he's close to his. Yeah, I did hear that. I'm sure he'll say that when they post his interview tomorrow. I'm sure. Yeah, we'll hear him say that. Do you think the pressure of being called the Evans replacement is getting to him? Maybe, but even then, like at the age of 24, like, I mean, it takes even Evo. Like, it took him 2 months to really get going until his first. Was it Carlisle at home where he got his first league goal? Then after that, he was on fire. Yeah, he was quality. So hopefully, the same can happen. The thing is I do think if you detach the two, then it's just about merit and performance. Yeah, 100%. But he knows why he's been brought in. Yeah, and I think that he knows how much we love Evo. Yeah, and it must be difficult for the young man. Yeah, but at the same time, like, it's give the guy a chance. But what I'm saying is, I know what I've just said. If I go to the Swindon game, I still would be picking Hutchinson because I know how good he can be. Yeah, he's definitely got all the ability. He's a slow burner. I just don't think he will be being picked. Yeah. But he needs a chance. Like, I posted that thread out about what we know about Aaron Collins' situation and apply it to Isaac Hutchinson. Bro, for 19 games, I was hearing Aaron Collins. Why he was awful up until November. He's so bad. He's so lightweight. And Then look what happened. Bang.
Yeah.
Look at Evo as well.
Yeah.
Bang.
It's a lot. Even players like Lambert and stuff in the past.
Yeah.
Like even players like that going
Grant
back.
Ward as well. I had this the other like a couple of seasons ago. We first signed Grant Ward, and the guy behind me for about 2 months. Why are you so crap? Why have we shut? And I was there thinking, I need Grant Ward to shut you up because he is quality.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that Hutchinson does shut a few people up. But the issue is, Hayden, I don't think he'll get the chance to shut people up now.
Especially,
I hope he does because he's quality. He is. I promise you, he is.
That's the thing. It also depends now because we'll get into it. But after the formation change and the subs at Burton, where Taylor obviously went from a 3-back to a 4, we looked so much more solid. So that's the thing. Also, Taylor went again with a 3 against Swindon. So it's going to be interesting now. But like he said, if he's close to that, him thinking it's going to be his best team, then obviously we'll see Saturday. But yeah, that's the thing as well with Hutchinson. I don't think he's a player that plays like in a 4-4-2. He's more of like a 3-back in the 10. Or I mean, he can play in the middle, but
he needs a bit of room.
He's not really got the he's got the engine, he's got the technical ability, but he's not got that sort of bite.
No,
like
he's
a
not.
Grant Ward or a Lindsay
or
a
Garrett.
Conte. Yeah,
even that loves the tackle and stuff. And I did see a couple of comments saying he pulls out of tackles, which is also not what you want. But I also think if you are going to pick a midfield pairing in a 4-4-2, 2 centre mids, he ain't in it.
Yeah.
So that's another thing as well. It's I don't know. We're going to have egg on our face come the end of the season. Because we both predicted him as our player of the season or whatever. Most important player.
And most assists.
Exactly, and he'll play like 10 games.
Yeah.
Like it's I want him to. He's played 6. He's played 6 games of football.
Yeah, 6 games.
Like, come on, let's not get.
Yeah, there is still. There's
plenty of time. But he needs to prove himself because otherwise our fan base are quite reactive.
Yeah, that's the. Yeah, and to be fair, like, I can say that as well because I had egg on my face. A lot of you that have been subscribed to me for like the last 5 years when I had my old after I rebranded it after One Rovers Vlogs will remember, and it's still there for you to view. I shouldn't have said that because I'd make a little fool of myself, but basically it was after the game at Exeter where we'd lost 4-1 at the Barton. I was like, and there was a thumbnail of me like that, like sack Barton now. And then, but to be fair, a lot of people, I reckon 95% of the fan base at the time was like, get rid of him. Because like it was so bad up until...
We were so bad.
Yeah, up until January, really. When
we'll get promoted, no doubt about that.
Yeah, that's what I mean, the saying, and then it was all mad. But yeah, it gets us more... obviously, Neil is here. Shout out to Neil. We should be... obviously, we'll see if we're available. We should be back on Sunday because... I didn't even realise because of international break. I haven't really looked at a lot of Rovers fixtures, or I just completely forgot about it. But I looked earlier on. We've actually got Shrewsbury, we've got Rossiter, Super John Marquis, and Luca Hall coming back to the Mem on Tuesday night. So if we're available, obviously you'll see it when we do the tweets and stuff. But we should be back on Sunday, and Neil is hopefully going to be back as well. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But yeah, Neil is here. He's probably
Christmas party in October. That's mad.
He's probably in his Halloween costume or something. Either Halloween, he says he's corporate, but it's definitely a Halloween party or early Christmas one. But yeah, Neil will be back on Sunday. So make sure you're subscribed and follow us all on the socials. The gas, even to Chad Gordo as well. Even to you, have they sacked him yet? Are you on about Taylor? No. Taylor hate at the moment is forced. Yeah. To be fair, because even a lot of you might have seen, if you haven't already, go and check out Josh on Twitter because he does a lot of quality threads. And he chose, I think, 8 or 9 Rovers fans, basically their thoughts on the season. Loads of different things to do with Rovers.
I like that one.
That was good.
That was good.
So check that out. But because obviously, as most of you guys know, only 3 weeks ago, a month ago now, I think it was, after the Wickham game, I was basically Taylor out. I was so frustrated, and a lot of fans were. But it is mad, and yes, I even say it to and I'll admit it. and like you said a minute ago, our fan base is reactionary. I'm included. A lot of Rovers fans are, but now I'm sort of especially after the Burton game, and what 2 wins can do for you.
Yeah, I know.
Because we're 3 points off the playoffs.
The table is. Yeah, exactly.
And we'll get on to Huddersfield, but even then, because
there'll be such a huge change this weekend already.
Yeah.
That by Sunday, the table will look completely different. It's mad.
Yeah, 100%.
And also as well, what made me I was so shocked. Neil gets the reputation of being quite a negative, level-headed, and yet he put the start of the season down as a 7.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
He said 7. I thought he was going to say like a 3.
Yeah. I was like,
he said a 7. Like, what more? And I actually think, because I had this epiphany a couple of weeks ago. Joint 3rd best start in the league ever.
Yeah, that is mad, isn't it?
I know. And if you actually consider the team, I've said this to you a million times. The teams we've lost to are all expected to be top 10 upwards.
Yeah.
So, actually, is it that bad? It just was.
Yeah.
4 losses in a row that made it feel really awful.
Yeah.
But so I kind of agree with. I think Chad said it. I can't remember, but that Taylor hates a bit forced.
Yeah.
I think it is because of the type of character he may be.
Yeah.
If you actually
and probably when you look back on it from last season as well,
of course. And if you actually apply context to this stuff, it's maybe not as bad as it seems.
Yeah.
Points wise, it's just because 4 defeats in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, that was bad. And Wigan were coming into us and they weren't in great, and they absolutely So I get it, but it's not. I don't think it's as bad as we first thought.
Yeah, but that's the thing, innit? Like, it's mad. Like, what 2 wins can do for you. Back-to-back wins. We've got the confidence back. Hopefully, we've got Martin coming back soon. Senior as well. He was one player who I was really, really looking forward to. So it's going to be good getting him back as well. I think.
What's going to happen to the blooming subs again? I feel like I care about the players a bit too much, because I think when Martin and Senior come back and then O'Donker's back fit, what 3 players drop out?
That's what I mean. Well, it could be a lot after what Taylor said. Taylor said after the Swindon game.
He'll probably not name 7 players on the bench.
Yeah. Honestly, after that, I think it's only 2 weeks, Gordo, early November. I think the Western game. I think Martin should be back. I think that's what he said. Even to end up as well, I think we need to stick with it. History shows us that sticking with manager through the bad times. Yeah, it does. It seems a lot, but that's mad though. Like how you said, it's been our best start in years. But even then, you look at it, you think like 4 wins out of 10 doesn't look that good. So in the promotion seasons, we've always started so bad. I mean, obviously the dream would be let's try and get promoted, but obviously very unlikely. But I still think, even after the shambles that was Swindon, I still think if you look at everyone else's squad, I still think we've got one of the best squads in the league. But after that Swindon game, I might be sounding stupid here, which I probably am.
Yeah,
but
you might get.
I still think we've got
on paper.
Yeah, on paper. I still think if you look at our bench and especially when Martin's back and if you got Martin O'Donkor and stuff like that. But
I was thinking the other day. Do you think we would have scored more goals if Martin was our starting striker?
Probably, because he's so clinical.
He's so clinical.
Like if you look at,
because I love Prom, but he is not clinical at all.
And the thing is as well with Martin, the thing is as well with Martin is, of course, he doesn't have the pace, but the knowledge. That's the thing with him. If you look at his goals he's got in his career, it's just the intelligence.
Knows where to be.
Yeah,
just knows where to be.
That's what you need to know.
Yeah,
and I think he has definitely been a big miss, because he might have obviously got a year older, slower probably, but intelligent in finishing. You can't unlearn that, can you? And he still keeps himself in shape as well. But I will be interested to see when he comes back. Also, Senior, does that mean Hunt drops out? It's good. It's good options to have. Definitely.
Yes, on paper. I still don't. I remember that kid I did the Peterborough preview with, Remember, and he said, "I think you've got one of the worst squads in the
Yeah,
league."
yeah, yeah.
I thought, you must be on crack, mate.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no way. But then again, Swindon game. It's like, if that Swindon game didn't happen. But yeah, there we have it.
Yeah, that's the thing, innit? But yeah, keep getting your comments and hit the like if you haven't already. And like I said, both of our socials are below in the white. You'll see, like I said, I've got a new TikTok. Finally joined that. Finally joined Josh on there. So follow all them. The Talking Gas ones, follow Neil as well. But yeah, keep hitting the like button because it always really helps. We'll get into Burton finally. Of course, wanted to get the Swindon game out of the way. We've talked a lot on that and obviously other stuff included. But yeah, good chat. Lots to talk about. Burton. So let's take our minds back. Yeah, 2 weeks ago, going into the game, I think most of us were confident. And by the way, I haven't updated the giveaway, shirt giveaway predictions league yet, but finally, I got a score prediction right after 10 games.
I know.
I finally got a score prediction right, as well as John Cozzolino and Sam R1883, who also said 3-1 Rovers. So thank the Lord, I finally got one right. Obviously, Josh, you and Neil both said 2-1, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a madness because I think,
God.
like we all said, I think most Rovers fans would agree before the game, keep the same 11 after Charlton.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I said Shaq to come in.
Yeah. You said Shaq
which I think
it
was justified in the end, but he didn't. But he didn't come in. But yeah, why make why broke? What am I trying to say?
Yeah.
Why change what isn't broke?
Yeah, 100%.
What I thought was interesting though as well. We'll get onto this in a minute, but that halftime changes or 50 minutes.
Yeah,
he took off two of the really good performers at Charlton.
Yeah.
At home.
Mm-hmm.
So he did change the 11 in that aspect. Then at that time, with two players, like when Lindsay came off against Charlton, we really missed him.
Yeah.
But yet when he came off on the Burton game, Grant Ward just turned into Prime Zidane.
It was crazy.
But that first half, performance. Honestly, I was sat here thinking, this is it. I think this is the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
Because we were horrendous.
Yeah, it was really bad, and I'm sure most of you would have seen that tweet that I think his name's Matt _01 or something like that. But basically, he follows me. I don't think I've ever seen him in person, or if I have, he hasn't said who it is. But basically, he said I must have obviously been quite annoyed and frustrated at half time. And he must have been stood next to me at Burton. And if you haven't seen it, he's basically called me out. Was like, he also called Gascast out as well, by the way. And there was a bit of a madness. And we got on the coach after the game, and I was like, why didn't you just come on? Like, if you thought I was being, if I was frustrated or whatever, why didn't you just say it? But anyway, after that, he said, I wasn't calling you out. Well, you obviously did, because there was. Was
that the one where he replied to my tweet and he said, "Vloggers like you and Charlie need to be more positive and spread." Is that?
Yeah.
That was.
He was basically saying, that was the second bit of the tweet.
Right. Yeah. That
basically saying and I'm like, if you watch us, we're one of the most positive people going. Like, you should have seen last season. I was predicting us to finish in the playoffs when we was in January.
People jumped to our defense on Twitter though. Yeah. People were saying, actually, if you actually watched any of their stuff, they are the most positive.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that.
Credit to everyone.
I thought, is he all right?
Yeah, it was mad.
He must be fuming.
I can't believe it.
He backed down quite quickly and was like, sound all right, sorry.
Yeah, but then it was just a bit of a madness, really. But it is what it is.
I love all that. I got my own little personal hater on Twitter, and his Bowie Jarton. That's who he is.
Jarton, yeah.
And he tweets. He said he replied to one of my tweets saying, "This C word doesn't even go to away games," and then he tagged you saying, "Don't even get me started on the other one, under 21 tickets, or whatever." I have a young family. Like I wanna be, and that's how I know I'm doing all right. I've got my own personal hater.
It was mad.
I love that.
It was crazy, but it was just a bit weird, like, especially because he was.
You fell on the floor.
Obviously, I was, the limbs.
Photo.
Yeah, the limbs of me on the floor after I think
that
it was
brilliant.
The second goal, but
Nola's goal or Sinclair's goal.
Or Sinclair's goal, yeah.
3 years.
It was mad. But yeah, obviously first half absolutely horrendous. Just wasn't clicking. Like you said, we both, or everyone would have been happy with the lineup, but it just, to be fair, I will give Burton credit. I thought they played really good. They played quick. They stretched us. But yeah, apart from, I'll probably say Wilson and Sinclair. Yeah, a lot of players just looked off it really. But then, half time comes around and Taylor must have given him one hell of a madness at half time.
He probably gave him another, if you lose this, I'm sacked speech.
Yeah, maybe.
But it was that first half. Oh, I was worried.
Yeah.
Like 100%. I thought, how gas would it be to give them their first win?
Yeah.
And it just, oh my God, I can't explain to you what was going through my head. I was thinking, oh my God, Burton again. Yeah. Like it would be reminiscent.
Yeah, Burton again. That's what I mean.
But yeah, credit to whatever you must give a good speech, because 5 minutes in, Shaq 4 came on. And I remember tweeting something like, "Here we go," like as in like, "Here we actually go." Thank God for that. You've put Shaq Ford on.
He was brilliant.
And look what happened, mate. First touch basically, and Grant Ward. Oh my God, like that
crazy.
That is why he's my favourite central midfielder at the club. And people tell me all the time, Grant Ward needs to go. He's Jordan Rosser almost scored.
Yeah, Rosser nearly scored, by the way.
He's never fit.
Yeah.
Why would you want to keep a player that isn't fit? That's the reason why. And I can also say, kind of understanding with how Jack Hunt's been at the minute as well, playing him, and you can see why players who have struggled with fitness do still get that chance.
Yeah, because they've got the quality.
Because exactly. When Grant Ward's on it.
Yeah.
When Grant Ward's on it, he's top end League One central midfielders.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That is a fact.
Yeah.
And when he came on, and I thought that link up, like oh my God, he was unbelievable.
That's the thing. Even obviously Taylor said after he probably shouldn't have started Lindsay, but even the difference, he obviously changed formation to a 4-4-2. Hunt came off. I think Taylor did say before the Swindon game that he had another injury. So I hope that's not true, because he's a big player for us. But Taylor Moore went right back. Mola went left back. Conte and Grant Ward in the midfield. 4 on the right. Sinclair left. And it was it Sotirio that also came off? Or no, Sotirio started it, didn't he? And then he come off.
Oh, he came
shortly
off
after.
He came off for a donk or something.
Yeah. But yeah, he was still on with promise, and it just changed. Like you said, Ford, unbelievable. He needs to start for me now.
Oh, mate. I'm just so happy. And listen, he scored 1 goal, but I am so happy that one of the players that I've been like, actually, listen, he is quality. He actually did show that he was, because he scared the life out of their back line.
Didn't have a clue.
He was everywhere. Like he was absolutely Susan Perb.
Yeah,
it was fantastic. He was so good,
and that's his position as well.
That's his position.
Right
look
mid.
Look what happens.
Yeah.
Look what happens.
Yeah.
You play a player in their position. What happens?
Yeah.
He scores a goal. Stresses me out, but he was quality. The finish was a little bit scuffed, but if anything, that helped him. To be fair, because people was going that way. And gave it the absolute big one in the celebration. They really liked that. There's a bit of unity within the squad. And that Mola goal. Yeah,
Mola as well. I think that's his first ever career goal as well, or senior goal anyway.
What a finish.
Yeah, like both of us have said, he is mine and yours best player, and
by a stand. Well, actually, I say that James Wilson's been close second.
Yeah.
But Clinton Mola, like I said, I think in our matchday vlog, when if you haven't seen it, check it out on TikTok.
Yeah. The Charlton one.
What we did.
Yeah.
I said I actually think he's probably too good for us.
Yeah.
And why Reddit let him go, I have no idea.
Mad, isn't it? That's what I mean. I said it as well. I said it
mad
when I got, because I got told from gets most things right, and he told me, he was like, just before we signed Mola, I think it was the day before, he was like, we're going to sign Clinton Mola, and I was like, you having a laugh? Like how I said it in the video when we signed him. I say, how have we signed this guy, 23 years of age or 22 at the time, on a free transfer?
Mad.
And yeah, he's quality.
Oh, he's just ridiculous. And like he's given me vibes of Connor Taylor Beefy partnership in League Two. You know, when you look at that partnership and you thought, oh my God, this is like this is stoic. He's
so good.
He's our version of like Gabriel and Saliba. Like
he's so good.
He's been absolutely phenomenal. I say that he was at fault for the first goal up against Burton. Lack of communication with Griff. But he is. Oh my God! Like
he's class.
He's quickly become my favorite gas players. LT and Mola.
Yeah.
I think I'd go to war for them.
Yeah.
Genuinely, that Clinton, he's been unbelievable. How does he play for us?
Crazy, isn't it? On a free as well.
God, it is ridiculous.
And obviously that was. I think when that goal went in, that's when we probably and Burton were on the ropes. Well, I mean, from the get go. And
they still had chances though, didn't they?
They did still have chances, but they wouldn't. Yeah,
but that's typical of their season, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have chances, not clinical.
Have chances, yeah.
Yeah.
But to be fair, the thing is, it just turned because every time, as soon as that second half started, when we went forward, we looked like we were going to score.
Every time.
Even before they got the
we
red
actually should
card.
have scored more.
Yeah, 100%.
We should have scored more.
Even before the red card, like Ford, Sinclair. I said it, I think, on your thread. You did when you asked a few Rovers fans to come on saying, who's, I think, the most important, or who's your favourite player at the moment? And apart from the obvious, I wanted to go a bit different. Sinclair for me, we look a different team with Scott Sinclair.
We really do. Since he's come in, he's looked so much better. He's got 2 and 3. He's just, and I can't get over what Neil said. He's changed his persona, aura. He's giving refs a bit of stick now. Give him a bit of bite back. He's protecting his players. I remember at the Burton game, a bad challenge went in, and he literally stepped right in front of. I love that. And he and actually, you can't drop him really.
But 100%. He's for me. He's probably the third player on the team sheet after Wilson and Mola.
Wilson,
and Griffiths.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
And what I know we'll get onto lineups in a minute, but I mean, I'll ask the comments now. Who starts? Connor Taylor or Taylor Moore?
Yeah.
Who starts?
Yeah, that's the thing. Obviously, at the moment, it looks. Taylor hasn't said anything yet about like I said previously, he said Hunt was problem with his calf before.
Yeah, if he is, then Taylor will go right back probably.
Before the Swindon game. So, that is a good question, and we will get into it. But, thanks everyone. Obviously, Ben as well. AJ saying get a trim. Yeah, I will. My hair's a bit of a shambles at the moment. But I will get a trim. Loads of you in the comments appreciate the support. Obviously, hope you guys are enjoying this. Like I said, we're trying to do it a little bit more often if Josh has
definitely mate
the time and and the setting's just class. So, and like you said, it doesn't. I look normal for once because on my people say it in person. It's like you look so different.
You look anemic.
Yeah, you look. People say it all the time when they see me. You're like, you look so different to your.
You look healthy, bro.
Yeah. So it's a bit mad, but Matt saying Charlie drinking. What's that?
Just say yes.
I don't even know.
I don't know what that means.
But I'm drinking Coke Zero, of the Coke Zero gas. But but mention FanHub, check them out if you haven't already. We're like sort of in partnership with them, as you will, on their like content creator thing. So if you get join the code, like I said, it's all down there. All the FanHub stuff, our socials.
I'll answer that. What do we think of Conte this season? I actually think he's been under the radar, fairly decent performances. I saw someone tweet earlier that he's been a bit underwhelming and a bit pants.
I'd probably say average.
Yeah, I would say he's doing his job. I mean, the first 4 games of the season, he had like a 7.5 rating. And he's picked it up again. He had a bit of a dip.
I think he's
battered 4-0 like Wigan.
Overall, he's been good. I think
he's been all right.
I remember Stockport away, he was brilliant.
Yeah, he really was. I know we lost that game, but yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was really good. He was the only. I think we had about 4 midfielders on. He was the only one that was like
actually stand
on
out.
it.
Yeah, but I also think as well. I tell you now, if you take Conte out the side, you'll notice.
Yeah. It's the same with a few players: Sinclair, Grant Ward, and Conte. If you take them, if they're not playing, you recognise it.
Yeah, well, I'd also say the same now with Willow and Mola. Well.
Wilson. And Mola. Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. But yeah, he's been alright. He's not set the world alight, but he hasn't been bad.
Yeah. So Hayden wanted him gone last season. Who's that too? I didn't want him gone, but I was frustrated to say the least. I remember I said it after, I think it was after the Reading game, that when they played us off the park, we was on that awful run at home. They beat us 2-0, and after that, like I think a lot of people have sort of given up. But I didn't want him gone, but I thought he would have been, like, he was nearly gonna go because of the stuff. But and yeah, like I already said, like even, and I'll say it if I've got it wrong, or I'll just say, like, I won't gloss over stuff. If we play good, I'll say it. Like if we play bad, I'll say we played bad, because that's what you got to do. What's the point of saying, oh yeah, even like, oh yeah, we just lost 4-0. Like what do people want us to say? Like,
but we had a really good cross in the
second half. That's what I mean. I just try and be.
And we didn't turn up.
Yeah, we just try and be 100% ourselves. That's what you got to do. But yeah, I did say, like I said, after Wickham, I thought I was pretty much Taylor out. But yeah, I wanted to do well, and let's hope we can after them two league wins. Sinclair is not Sinclair is the man to go to. I would go more instead of Taylor. Yeah, you already know my team. Taylor more for me over Connor. Connor seems miles off it. Need that experience at the back. I think Huddersfield will be
miles
strong.
Off it's a bit harsh.
Yeah,
I don't think he's been miles off it. I just think he's had
2 bad injuries as well. And he had the operation.
Pace.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
He's had the operation last year in the summer, or the summer just gone, and he had the hamstring injury. So I think he just needs games.
Also as well, like miles off it. Yeah, I know what you mean. He's lacking pace. He hasn't looked the same Connor Taylor. Yeah. But also in the 3 games that he started in the league, we won 2 of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So we can't be.
And he has been pretty good since he's come back.
God, that bottom question on my days.
What is everyone? Well, funny enough, if you want to know a lot of, well, I think when we get to lineups in a minute, I think that'll be my strongest team. But like I said, Josh's Twitter, he done a thread with the 8 or 9 Rovers fans, including me, Neil, Kaz, Lucy, Ben Darrell, Joe Morgs. They're all on there. So, and we all did. I did look at it, but obviously it's been like a few days, so I can't remember what everyone. But I'm pretty sure everyone had a different.
Everyone
had a different team.
Everyone had a different team, different formation.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I mean, it was interesting, and you can also see kind of where people's loyalties lie with their favourite players as well. Because if you try and sneak them in, like I would always be sneaking Luke Thomas in because I love him. Yeah. But at the same time, like if you go again, he has to play in his position. So it was so interesting, and also to the people who did do that as well. Like, thank you for actually getting involved, because it was really, really nice to have just those conversations about the gas, and it was really, really interesting to see everybody's different opinion. But it was the same core of players were starting, which I thought was good, because at least we've got a core group,
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, that is a great question. But check it out on Josh's thread if you haven't already done so. But getting into Huddersfield now, we'll look at their last 5 games. Obviously, this is league games, by the way, because they also played Barnsley in the EFL Trophy last week, and they beat them 2-0 again at home with a lot of changes. And of course, Rovers, even though I don't everyone knows our last 5 games anyway, but we've got 2 wins out of the last 5. But it's pretty mad because we talked about it before, and because they had a brilliant start. I think they won their first 4 in a row or 3 in a row, and then
I thought they were going to go on to do a madness.
Yeah, and then they went on before their win at Barnsley, before the international break. they'd lost 4 in a row like us, as you can see on screen. Yes, to be fair, apart from Northampton, a lot of them are sort of tough games. Like Reading's home form is, I think, ridiculous. Reading's home form is madness.
Yeah.
Obviously, Blackpool have been brilliant under Steve Bruce since he's come in. Of course, they lost to Mansfield the other week, but they'd won 4 or 5 in a row before that. And of course, Birmingham, we all know the squad, the quality they've got. But yeah, the Northampton one was the maddest one, where you look at, and that was at Huddersfield as well, by the way. So Northampton went there, put 3 past them, which gives you hope, to say the least. But yeah, what have you made of Huddersfield? Obviously, as well as there, you've got, Huddersfield 9th. It's mad, as we were saying at the start, how close it is. Huddersfield, they've lost the same games as us, but they've also won 5. They're only 2 points ahead of us, and from us in 18th to Huddersfield in 9th, only 2 points, which is mad. What have you made of them?
What have I made of them? When they first started off this season, I thought, wow, Birmingham, Mansfield, Huddersfield, even Charlton at one point. I thought this is going to be quite. Charlton. And then, bang, 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 4 losses in a row, and it's like, what's that? Well, it's almost like a capitulation going on. You start to see like the context of it as well. I'm really glad you mentioned Reading. That Reading away. That's a tough fixture.
We've got them next Saturday, by the way. Next Saturday, that is early kickoff.
That's a tough game. They're so good at home, terrible away. But so terrible away, but so good at home. That's. But you go back 2 or 3 weeks ago, they beat Bolton like 4-0.
Yeah, they battered Bolton. That was.
So it's how contrasting has their season been? It's been again a really kind of one where you look at this game and think, we could go away and scrape a win.
That's what I mean.
But we could also get absolutely vacillated.
That's the thing. There is definitely hope there. Especially if you base it on our last 2 league games, 2 victories as well going into it. I think obviously after that Swindon game, and probably Taylor's had a few choice words with a lot of players.
For sure.
I don't know whether he would have done it within the whole squad. Had maybe another meeting or something, or whatever he's just said to them personally, you were absolutely disgraceful or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think majority of players will still be the same. Obviously, a lot of them have been in Dubai, chilling. Soturio Awards, Sinclair, they always go to Dubai.
And Scotty Sinclair going out running. I was so scared. They were going fast. I was like, let's not pull any ambs.
Yeah, let's not get injured, lads.
Jeez.
But
they were going for it.
I don't think it will affect us. The whole squad, as in after the Swindon game. But like you said, there is confidence there that we could go. But a lot of the time, if you look at in the past, we've gone, because I think it'd be quite a big away following as well.
It will be.
But a lot of the time, when we go to these big grounds, and it'd be the first time for me going there, obviously, we did play them back in, I think, the 2011-12 season when they got
13 years.
promoted with like Prime Jordan Rhodes and all that stuff. And I think it was I can't remember the Geordie manager. Lee Clark was manager, I think, when they got promoted. So we haven't played them for God knows how long. Obviously, the ground is massive. But a lot of these times when we go to these big grounds, we usually 90% of the time we get battered.
Yeah.
So hopefully this time, as you can see there, from their results, 1-5, lost 5. So at the moment, you don't really know what you're going to get. And funny enough, obviously talking about Evans as well. Funny enough, I've seen a tweet earlier on from one of the guys that we were going to get on for this podcast. They unfortunately they done theirs at 8 as well. That's always the way it goes. But I seen him say, Evans has been slow burner, and also the last league game they had, he didn't start. He didn't even come on, Evans. So it'd be interesting if he even makes the starting 11.
If he plays, he scores. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think even if he comes off the bench, I think it's written in it.
But how he was look what happens all the time.
Amazing.
Collins last season, Billy Bowden all the time, Matty Taylor. It happens.
Yeah,
and he will score.
Yeah,
I just hope he doesn't celebrate.
Yeah, 100%.
Come on, cry.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And of course, they've had quite a big rebuild. Not as big as us, but they've still had a lot of obviously we mentioned Evans, Herbie Kane on a free, of course. Michael Duff's old player, Bristolian as well, City fan. He usually has a good game against us when we play.
Quality, and let's be honest.
But yeah, a lot of players. I think you meant who was the player out injured for them? That's not the striker.
Josh Koroma.
Yeah, Josh Koroma. I think is out as well. So. But
then they've got Callum Marshall.
Yeah, Callum Marshall, who I think he ripped us a new one in the EFL Trophy for West Ham last season at home.
He is absolutely unbelievable, and also as well, I know people don't rave about him anymore, but they could also bring in a player like Freddie Ladapo
and Jonathan Hogg.
Do you know what I mean?
Jonathan Hogg on the bench, and Ladapo on the bench. I think he scored in the.
He scored in the last game,
in the EFL Trophy game against Barnsley. So yeah, they've got,
and that's worrying. They've got 4 goals in 2 games and 2 clean sheets.
Yeah,
you look at that form. They're picking back up again.
Yeah, 100%. So
it could be a long day.
Yeah, that's the thing. Those, like I said, we go to the. I think obviously the best thing, and of course the most obvious thing, if we're going to get any sort of result, is basically don't start like we did against Burton. Because if we go 1-0 down within 5-10 minutes,
away at John Smith,
away there, especially off the back of their last 2 home games against Barnsley, then we're in for a long day, to be fair. But we tried it a little bit about them. Obviously, you've seen the form, you know the squad, Evans, etc. But yeah, that's gonna be the thing. Who do you play? So we'll get on to our lineups now. What I will say, I will quickly get. Well, Neil's lineup is the same lineup that started the Charlton game and the Burton game, basically. So that's Neil's starting 11, which was
unchanged.
Yeah, basically unchanged from
Interesting.
So which would we'll have a quick reminder. Obviously, Griffiths in goal. Taylor Moore. No, not Taylor Moore. James Wilson, Connor Taylor, Clinton Mola. Midfield 2 of Lindsay and Conte. Jack Hunt, right wing back. Belongo, left wing back. Saturio in the sort of 10 role or free roam role with Sinclair and Promise. So that's his team, unchanged from the last 2 league games. What would be your starting 11? I'm sure ours are going to be different. Mine is definitely different. I've gone for a formation we haven't started yet this season. And let us know in the comments as well your starting 11.
I know my starting 11, but I can't decide on form. I can't decide on formation.
Yeah,
I reckon you're going to go 4-4-2.
Yeah, I am.
But
the same, basically the same way how we ended the.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. If I'm going to go 4-4-2, it would be.
No, but just say your. What would you do?
I know that's what I'm thinking, because I don't know what I would do if I go back to his old 3 at the back.
Because we don't look as fluid though, do we?
No.
Even though we look fluid against Charlton, and we played well, and that's the thing.
Do you know what? I'll go 3 at the back, so we can be different.
Yeah.
I'll go back 3.
By the way, just before you go, that is also, if you guys don't know, that's also the formation that Huddersfield play. But they play a weird. It's almost like, so they play 3 at the back. They have 1 sitting, 2 centre mids in front. So it'd probably be, based off the last game, Joe Hodge and Herbie Kane. But then they have wing backs, which is Sorensen, who is outstanding, absolutely cooked us for Lincoln in that 5-0 defeat.
Did you see my thread?
Yeah. Apparently he hasn't showed the best of what he can do, but Lars Sorensen is absolutely outstanding. And they also play Mick O'Mullen, but basically they're wingers. I mean, people might say, oh yeah, play a 3-5-2, play a 3-4-3 or whatever with wing backs, but they basically are wingers, right behind the strikers.
Right,
and they
play there.
So, yeah.
In the nosebleeds.
Yeah. So you're going 3 at the back.
I'll go 3 at the back, or just keep it consistent, because that's how we've always started every game.
Yeah.
I would like to see a 4-4-2, but I'll be different.
Yeah.
Griffin goal, obviously. And then you've got Willow, Connor Taylor, Clinty Mola.
Yeah.
On the right-hand side, it will be Taylor Moore if Jack Hunt's injured. I don't know if he's injured.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
I don't know. I honestly don't know. But either or, I'll just say Taylor Moore anyway, because he is quality.
Yeah.
And then I actually would want to see Sousa.
Marquis, sitter.
We've seen that before, haven't we? I'd want to see Sousa come in on the left wing back. I like him a lot. His delivery on that left peg is a joke.
Yeah.
So I'd be playing him. It's got to be Conte and Ward in the middle.
Yeah,
has
especially
to be.
after the Burton game.
That is.
100%.
I actually think that is his preferred two.
Yeah, because the one thing I will say is also the thing is, well, you've got to take in consideration is we've got a game Tuesday, another league game Tuesday as well. So I think you probably, you definitely have to start Grant Ward and Conte 100% after what happened.
And he started those two at the start of the season until got injured. So I think that's going to be the middle two.
Yeah.
And then I reckon that Sinks will go in the little free roamy 10-ish role potentially, and I'm going to go Promise and Shaq Ford up top.
Interesting, Shaq Ford up top.
I'd love that, but it also wouldn't. I don't really care how any of those three combine as such. Even if it's Sinclair, Shaq Ford, and then Promise up top by himself.
Yeah.
He has to start Grant Ward and Shaq Ford. He has to.
100%.
Because they changed the game. He has to.
100%.
Has to.
And he's had good rest as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Shaq Ford.
And Matt Taylor said that this international break was needed.
Yeah.
So these boys are going to be chomping at the bit. Go away to Huddersfield and actually make a statement.
Yeah, make a statement. That's what I mean. Especially, they're... And the thing is, all the pressure's on them. All the pressure is on them. Being a... It's mad when you look at it, like League One is mad, but when you look at it, like, I think it was only 2 years ago they were in the Championship playoffs final.
I know.
And what, 6 years or 7 years they were in the Prem?
Yeah.
Like, it's mad.
It is mad. Huddersfield Away used to be a real dirty place to go in the Prem.
Yeah.
Because you'd get absolutely ran through.
Yeah.
Any heavy touch. There used to be a real entity, and it's a weird one to say that we're going away to Huddersfield, but I hope that we just turn up. We have to start games better. Yeah. We have to start games better because,
like I said, if we start,
it's game over.
If we start like we did at Burton,
it's good night, Irene.
Or the Swindon game, God forbid.
I know.
Then that's definitely we definitely need to go 1-0 up. Although saying that, I know it's Burton and Huddersfield, but saying that I was going to look at the last time we'd done that because I cannot remember. If anyone could put it in the chat right now, if your knowledge is mad, but I cannot remember the last time we went 1-0 down and won a game. When was that? I'm usually decent with this, but I can't remember at all.
It must have been last season at some point because it must.
Cheltenham?
Would we go 1-0 down at Cheltenham?
No, Cheltenham. I think it was a consolation. We were already 3-0 up.
I have no idea.
But I cannot remember.
That's mad, isn't it?
If anyone... Oh, yes, Stevenage. That was a bad one, wasn't it? Yeah,
Stevenage.
Yeah, shout out Ronnie and John in the chat. But yeah, Stevenage, was probably... That was, of course, Huddersfield's own Anthony Evans with that belter, wasn't he? An absolute
I miss him
masterclass.
So much. I really miss him.
Yeah.
And his lovely hair.
That's interesting. So you would... Neil would stick to the same team. Obviously, you said your team. For me, like Josh has said, I'm going with a 4-4-2. I think just basics, and if Huddersfield were to be on probably the more possession, like you would think, I think it's a good. You could easily do like a low block, and it's good to come out with it as well.
Definitely.
I think with
we have
two
pace
wingers,
to break as well.
We've got two really good wingers. Sinclair and Ford. Just unleash them, basically. And so my obviously Griffiths in goal, a back four of if Hunt is fit, I would start Hunt. If he's not, then I would start Taylor Moore. I would go Connor Taylor and James Wilson, centre back, Mola left back.
Yeah.
And then I would go Conte and Grant Ward, of course, after the last two games in the league. And then I would go Shaq Ford on the right, Sinclair on the left, and then I would go Saturio and Promise. The only thing, saying that the formation that you went with, you had Saturio on the bench, so there was a striker on the bench. But that's the only issue. If we're, say, 2-1 down, come 10 minutes, and you want to throw someone on for promise or whatever, or you need another goal, there isn't going to be a strike on the bench.
I mean, the only reason that he's on the bench for me is because in the formation that Matt Taylor starts with, where does Shaq Ford play if it isn't up top with promise?
Yeah.
Where does he play?
That's the thing.
He doesn't play, and he has to play because he scored.
Yeah.
So
that's the only thing with me.
He has to start.
There wouldn't be with the news of Odonkor being injured. If you haven't don't know that already, that's the only issue. Is what striker do you have on the bench? But that's our lineups. Score predictions. We go with nil. Oh wow! Exeter just nearly done a madness. But yeah, for Neil's prediction, he's gone with a 3-0 Huddersfield win. He didn't say goal scorers, but if there was, probably Evans would probably be in there. Let us know your score predictions now in the comments if you haven't already done so. Of course, a lot of your predictions. A lot of people watch it on the replay as well. So if you're watching it on the replay, don't forget to leave your score predictions, because of course I'll go over the updated league table of the giveaway. If you don't know already, or if you're new, we've done a giveaway. Basically, whoever comes top and gets the most prediction right or most points will get a Rovers home or away shirt of their choice this season. So we'll get onto the updated one on Sunday, but leave all your predictions down in the comments now or after if you're watching it back on the replay. But yeah, Neil, what do you reckon of that? A 3-0 Huddersfield win.
The thing is, I could easily see that happen.
Yeah.
I could easily see that happen. Fair to say I've been a bit more positive than that, but there we go.
Yeah. But we'll go with yours next. Prediction and goal scorers. Can we make it 3 league wins in a row for the first time since, I believe, the promotion season under Joey? That was the last time we won 3 in a row, and that's madness, isn't it?
That is crazy.
What was that? Nearly 3 years ago?
Yeah.
2.5, 3 years ago, which is mad.
2022.
I'm pretty sure we haven't won 3 league wins in a row, but yeah, I'm not sure.
The answer to that is no.
No.
We cannot make it 3 wins in a row. We will not be making it 3 wins in a row. But I've gone a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw.
Yeah. Now the only reason is we have to tighten up at the back.
Yeah.
And I reckon that a lot of this game will be on, the defence to really put in a steely performance.
Mm-hmm.
And I reckon that they will give you chances. Huddersfield will give you chances.
Yeah.
And that second half at Burton, we looked unbelievable.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go 1-1 draw, because what is life without a bit of optimism?
The one thing I'll just put into the mix is the one really good thing for us is that probably the best keeper in the league, and another former Rovers players, of course, there's former players everywhere. Lee Nichols is currently out injured.
Yes, that's another thing.
So that's one thing I will say, because I don't think he won. I think he was all right last season. Obviously, they got relegated. I think, did they finish? No, they didn't finish joint bottom. That was Rotherham, of course. But the season before that, and I think the season before that, when they were in the playoff, up to the final, he was in the team of the season in the championship. And you'd think mad, because if you knew, obviously Nichols in goal for us, he was so bad. But yeah, he's out injured. So I can't remember the keeper. I think it's, I don't know whether it's, I can't remember the name. It's gone off the top of my head. But it's a young keeper that was on loan at Rochdale last season, when Rochdale were in the National League. I think, their second time in the season. So basically shoot. Yeah, shoot on site. Shoot. Yeah, that's what I will say.
Well, talking about shooting, my goal scorers are going to be Shaq Ford.
Yeah.
For us. And then it's going to... Who's going to score for them, mate? Go on. Who am I going to say is going to score for them?
I don't know.
Anthony Evans. Of course he will. Of course he will. And if he celebrates... I'm gonna. My
love for Evo is gone.
If he celebrates, I'm gonna unfollow him off Instagram, and you can do that new feature where you can make them unfollow you as well. Yeah. I'm gonna make him unfollow me. I'm not having it. If he because people say Collins celebrated. He didn't really celebrate, did he? Collins
he didn't.
He kind of went come. But if Evo knee slides and I'm not having it.
Yeah.
I'll cry. I will
mad.
cry. So Evo, if you do score and you're watching this, please don't celebrate, mate.
Yeah, that'd be mad. I couldn't see that. But yeah, so far we've got, keep getting your predictions in. There's over 40 of you, and there's only 5 or 6 predictions so far. So keep getting your predictions now if you're watching live. So we've got Max has gone for a 4-1 Huddersfield. John Cozzolino has been very, very good at predictions, getting the right one as well. He's gone for a 2-0 Huddersfield. Tom Butler's gone 2-0 Huddersfield.
So we're losing.
Gordo's gone with a 4-0 Huddersfield. I think the Gas will get spanked. BRC Tom, shout out to Tom for the lift on the Swindon game. Obviously, didn't really mean much after we got just, what was that set? What was that? What game was it after? It might have been after we got relegated or something, but what was that meme, Rovers meme with the kid and son who was in McDonald's for like,
oh mate, and
that's what we were doing after.
God,
shout out to Tom.
What was that game?
I can't remember. There was that meme that it was like,
they're sat in Mackey's.
Yeah, sat in Mackey's with like chips hanging out, saying, But yeah, Tom's gone for a 2-0 Gas. What? Bloody hell, I thought I said 2-0 Huddersfield then. Wow, 2-0 Gas. Connor Taylor and Scotty. BRC Bill, shout out to you as well. Evans to score and do the Royal celebration.
Run the length for the pitch.
Yeah, it'll definitely be. Yeah, he's one of my favourite players in recent years. If he does that, then
heartbroken.
It's done. It's over. 4 on Blue has gone 3-1 to us. Wow, I'd love it.
Someone's had a pint.
Yeah, someone's had a few too many orange and lemonades with a shot of vodka in that one. But I don't know, yeah, keep getting in your predictions. Like I said, if you don't even know, I'll leave them in the comments after. I'll get on to mine. So Josh has gone with a 1-1. Solid point away at the John Smith Stadium.
Lovely.
Neil's gone for us to, get battered 3-0. Hold that. I am going to go with...
Remember, you can get clipped, bro. No context, Bristol Rovers are watching this.
No, they're not. They ain't. They probably are now, I've said that. But I'm going to go with 3-2 Rovers win.
Right. Take care. Have a great day.
3-2 Rovers win.
Bye, guys. Thank you very much.
3-2 Rovers win. Yeah, you wrote it here. I don't know, I don't think...
No,
they're playing... Huddersfield are playing a few players, in centre-back. Oh, there you go. 2-0 Exeter. Good night, Shrewsbury. Yeah, Huddersfield are playing a few out-of-position players. They've got Brodie Spencer, who's meant to be class, by the way, was on international duty with the Exeter player who's just scored. But he's playing out of position, and like I said, the keeper, young, not Lee Nichols, and I think they're there to be got at, as you can see, by their results.
I mean, I understand why you feel a bit,
and it's probably because I'm going as well. If I wasn't going, if I wasn't going, I'd probably be like, 4-0.
I know.
Huddersfield or something, but nah.
Let me ask you this then.
I am confident though.
I understand where you are.
Yeah.
If we win 3-2, how are we going to win it? Is it going to be a last-minute winner from us, or is it going to be like Charlton, where they go, we go 3-0 up?
If you say to me now, like, we're going to be 3-0 up away at Huddersfield,
and at 70 minutes,
and they come back to a 3-2, obviously that would be ridiculous. But if we're obviously, for me, I'd say a last minute. I'd say a last minute penalty.
Who's taking it?
Scotty.
Scotty steps up. He won't go on the pitch, bro, at 90 minutes.
Nah, he will be.
Actually, he probably will. He's got an engine, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, God, if he isn't on the pitch, who takes that pen?
That's the thing, isn't it?
Who takes that pen if he's not on the pitch?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going 3-2. Wow. I think Callum Marshall will score.
Carnage.
And I think I'll go Herbie Kane because he's got a habit. I remember him scoring and shushing against us in Darryl Clark's last game when he was at Donny and they battered us when John Marquis was the best striker in League One. Yeah, in world football.
He really was at that point. Yeah, he was unbelievable. If you would have said back then we would sign John Marquis one day, I would say he must be on track or in the Championship.
100%.
There's no other way.
100%. So I've gone.
That went well.
Yeah, Herbie Kane, Callum Marshall for them, and I've gone. Do you know what? James Wilson. I'll get him to score his second league goal.
But an header, I suppose.
Yeah, something like that, or some sort of screamer somehow. Sinclair with a pen, and tough, I'll go Grant Ward again. Why not?
Wow.
He used to play for one of their rivals, Rotherham.
Yeah.
So I thought, why not? Grant Ward with
Mate,
another goal as well.
If you were a betting
I will stick something on it. It won't be much, but I'll do that. I'll do that. A £5 on 3-2.
£5 on a 3-2. Imagine if you went £5 on 3-2 with all those goal scorers.
Yeah, that'd be mad.
My God, we'd be doing this next episode from Dubai.
Yeah.
We'll be out there with Scotty and Ruel.
that would be mad. But yeah, I've gone 3-2. Josh has gone 1-1, and Neil has gone for a 3-0 Huddersfield. Kieran West has also gone 1-0. Evans free kick. Oh, imagine that, one of his trademarks against us. That would be so Rovers. But yeah, we're pretty much going to end it now. We've literally been going a lot longer than we usually do, but there's just been so much because we haven't been talking about Rovers for 2 weeks, and so much going on. Obviously, results wise, the last two, obviously Huddersfield, squad depth, everything to talk about. So appreciate everyone that's tuned in. Appreciate the boy for letting me come round and
you're very welcome.
See me properly, have decent internet for once. So hope you enjoyed. Like I said before, all of our socials are here. So Twitter, Insta, TikTok, blah blah blah. That's the same for both of us. Adam Monks as well chucked in a 2-2 gas.
Love that, Adam up the draw. Love that.
2-2. Yeah,
and I wouldn't moan at a draw, by the way.
100%. Even before the game, if you said a point, even if their poor form, I'd be like 100%.
I'd take
a draw would be brilliant, especially with Shrewsbury coming to us on Tuesday.
Yeah. Definitely.
But yeah, like I said, it's been a really enjoyable one. Hopefully, we can do more of these as well. That would be class. But yeah, subscribe to both of us. Subscribe to Josh, of course, Gas Fan TV. Subscribe to obviously the Talking Gas podcast if you haven't already.
Match preview is just
preview is out as well. By the way,
I was uploading it as we were on here, so go and check that out.
Check that out. I'll probably do some sort of content on TikTok as well for Rovers, and I'll be there after the game, where hopefully I'll be doing a naughty 3-2 gas match reaction.
£400 up.
Imagine that. That would be lovely. But yeah, subscribe to both of us. Follow both of us. Follow Neil. Check out Neil as well on Twitter. Subscribe, and like I said before, we're probably going to be back Sunday as well. If not Sunday, then maybe Monday. But we'll see what we're doing, or we'll get into contact with Neil, etc. So hopefully we'll be back Sunday talking about a Huddersfield win, and of course, obviously
Huddersfield win.
No, Huddersfield win. No, I hope not. Talking about a Rovers win, and then obviously we'll get into the Shrewsbury game as well. So and
then see you all down the Mem on Tuesday night.
Yeah, Tuesday night.
Match day
back at the Mem, buzzing for it. Tuesday, hopefully it can be good as the Charlton game. Because for me as well, Tuesday nights are the one as well. Tuesday nights under the lights. Yeah, I love it. I'd much if you could do a whole 46 game season in the dark.
You like that?
Under the lights, I would love it.
Would you still be in shorts?
100%.
Love that.
Yeah.
We've got to end it there.
Shorts, yeah.
Shorts gas.
So yeah, follow, like, subscribe, socials, Talking Gas socials, follow them, and we'll see you in the next one. Up the gas!